Hello, everyone, and welcome to Book Talk Tuesday. Today is kind of exciting because it's December, so we're getting to the end of the year, and I'm going to kind of just review my favorite books of 2021 and also invite you to participate for 2022's book challenge. So, 2021, I did the Popsugar Reading Challenge, and what that is, it's a website that releases a reading challenge every year. And this was 2021's, very pretty. There was a theme of to be read. So that was their theme for 2021, books that you haven't read that you've been meaning to read for a really long time. I never finish, but it's a really fun challenge, and it kind of widens your reading and introduces you to books you may not have read or wouldn't have read normally. So what I'm going to do is just kind of review some of my favorite books. A lot of them I have already book talked in previous videos, so you can go to our Facebook page and you can watch those more in-depth reviews. This is just going to kind of be an overview of the ones that I really enjoyed and the categories that they fulfilled for the reading challenge that I participated in. So the first one is Show Me a Sign. This one is about the deaf community on Martha's Vineyard, and this fulfilled the category, a subject that you're passionate about. If you have been to my ASL chat or if you've watched some of our trilingual story times, you know that I'm very passionate about American Sign Language, and that is what this book is about. The next one is Bloodwater Paint. The category that this fulfilled was a book about art or an artist, and it is about it's roughly about the life of Artemisia Gentileschi, who was a female painter in the 1600s and didn't get a lot of notoriety or notice when she was alive. And this is kind of from her perspective. She went through some really tough times, and it's just a beautiful book written in verse. This one, The Good Hawk, the category that this fulfilled is the book with the most beautiful cover, which of course is up to the reader's discretion, but I really thought this was a pretty cover, so I used it for that one. And this was about the fantasy set Scotland, and about the two main characters, one who it's not explicitly stated but has Down syndrome, and then the other character kind of goes with her on this journey to help her enclave and her tribe in a fantasy Scotland. This, The Cat I Never Named, this fulfilled the category something, a book with something broken on the cover. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's a broken building. It is about the genocide in Bosnia, and it's nonfiction. It's a YA nonfiction, and it was just so powerful. I knew very little about the Bosnian War, and it was just amazing. So highly recommend this one. I definitely did a book talk about this one too. Lastly, I did not do a book talk about this one, but this was the category, a book by a blogger, vlogger, YouTube video creator, or other online personality. I kind of cheated with that one. I don't know if he's an online personality, but I've heard of him, so I kind of fibbed a little bit, but that's the beauty of a book challenge. You can kind of take it and run with it. So this one, he discusses 3 different plants, the poppy plant and the caffeine plant, or the coffee plant, and the cactus that produces mescaline. So this is kind of about, I don't want to use the word drugs, but it's more about medicinal properties of these plants. And he talks about the effects of them, not only that, but also the people, the indigenous tribes that have used mescaline, and the opium of the East. I don't want to just say China or India. He covers a couple of different areas, but kind of talks about the historical, ramifications of all of that stuff. And it was really, really good. He's pretty funny. I've never read a Michael Pollan before, but I really enjoyed his perspective of these 3 plants. So if you haven't read this one, this is my brief book talk about this particular book. And I don't have it with me, but an honorable mention is Lovely War by Julie Berry. This one fulfilled the category of books set in multiple countries. When I book talked this, it was books that made me cry because it was just so beautiful. It's set in during World War One, and I just really loved that book. So those were my favorite books. Well, some of my favorite books from 2021. And for 2022, we invite you to participate with us for the Popsugar Reading Challenge of 2022. It's going to be super fun. There are 50 books. There are some amazing categories that I think are going to stretch everyone as readers this year. I'm really looking forward to it. We have papers that we have these printed out in the library, so you can come and get one. And you can participate with us. We would love to hear recommendations or ones that you are really excited to read for these particular categories. So come and join us for the Popsugar 2022 Library-Wide Reading Challenge. Last but not least, I would like to also mention our passes. We have 3 different passes that you can get here at the library that are free to use. We have zoo passes, Museum of Discovery passes, and state park passes. They are all available here. I won't go into too much detail. They all have a little bit different usage procedures with them, but they're all free to use as patrons, and we're really excited to have them available to you. It's such a great opportunity to explore these places and visit some place that you may not have been before, or go see some animals at the zoo. So come by and talk to one of us here at the library about how to get them and how to use them. We are really excited to feature those for you. So we look forward to seeing you in the library. Thanks for joining our book talks, and we will see you next week.